Hello. Let's see if this is working. There we go. That's good. It's actually found the game stream. Hey everybody. So today we are going to have an even more louche stream than usual for everybody watching. It's been a very long week in my day job with students coming back to university. So today I have iced tea, I have a passion fruit martini, and I have some cake. And we are going to go and play through one of my absolutely favourite game series ever in Myst V. Perhaps the most contentious one of the Myst series, if we ignore Uru, which everybody does, which makes me sad because that's my favourite. Hello, Scott. Yes, cake. The cake of choice today is the Cherry Bakewell. A fine cake of choice, I hope you'll agree. Oh, I've now lost the game window. There we go. So, a fun thing about today, this game is 18 years old, which I had quite forgotten until I started to try and get it to run and realised it doesn't run in widescreen by default and you have to do a bit of fiddling. So, I'd forgotten how old this game was, so we're going a little bit back to the past to play the game today. And this is a little bit self-indulgent because I've been wanting to play this for a while. I've played through all the Myst games again relatively recently, apart from Myst 4 and Uru, because I don't really like Myst 4. So, before we get started, I think we're going to have a little bit of a catch-up because they're about to talk a lot of things and a lot of terms to people who, if you've not played the Myst games like I have, and you're not quite as obsessive about the lore, you won't know. So we're going to have a little introductory story time with Amicable Animal before we start, where I give you a very quick heads up and précis on the frankly ridiculous amount of lore going on in the Myst series. So, first things first, Myst, very popular, I guess, somewhere between a point-and-click adventure game and an escape room game is how we normally describe it these days. But effectively, it was a very early adventure game. You wandered around pre-rendered environments clicking on stuff, and it had incredibly obtuse puzzles. Now, for anybody who knows me or has seen what I like to play or make, clearly this was very formative on me. It was also one of the biggest games ever, like Myst. It basically made CD drives a thing, which is terrifying, because they no longer really exist as a thing either. There have been, depending how you count it, about 6 in the main Myst series. It started with Myst, and the basic story of that is you're a character called the Stranger, who will still be playing today, and you discovered a strange book with a moving picture inside it. You touched the moving picture, and you got teleported to the Age of Myst, which is where a character called Atris, who we'll sort of meet soon, lived. He was from a race called the Dunny, and he basically could write books with magical pictures that would teleport you to different worlds. And throughout Myst, you basically used these books, teleported to different worlds, discovered that his sons were utter wrong-uns, and rescued Atris from the Dunny caverns, while also making sure that his sons were then in prison for all time. Which, when you start thinking about it, is a bit weird. Then there was Riven, which was unnecessarily difficult, but basically you had to go and rescue Atris's wife, who was trapped in the Age of Riven. Something about a grandfather and a grandmother and yada yada yada. But basically the age was collapsing, you went in there and saved her. And also destroyed the age, I seem to remember. The more I have to say about the story of the Myst, the more I realise you're probably not a good guy. Then in Myst 3, you meet them again, and they've just had a kid. Atris and Catherine have just had a kid called Yisha. And the Dunny civilization's dying out from some sort of, I'm never quite sure what it was, but some form of plague, I think. And Atris had just made a new age for all the survivors to go live on, and then someone comes and burns down the place, because it turns out Atris's sons had been evil and had tortured and destroyed his people and his age, so you have to go in and sort it out, because Atreus doesn't really do any of this himself. Then Myst V, you go and meet him again. Yisha's a bit older, and then Yisha gets kidnapped, and there's a big fire again, or an explosion, and you have to go and rescue her, and go into the sun's ages from Myst I, and decide if they're still evil or not. And then in Uru, which this one is linked to, you meet Yisha when she's a bit older, and you go and explore the Dunny Caverns and basically try and rebuild Dunny. But, spoiler alert, it doesn't go very well, because it was a massively multiplayer online game with puzzles, and it crashed and burned at least 3 times, which is really sad, because I think Uru's the best one. But all of that is to say, Myst V actually links to the story of all of those games in a way that, if you've not played them all, is hilariously in-depth. For what we need today, basically, we're going to be in the Dunny Caverns, which are the race of people who can make linking books. We're going to be underground in them, and they're somewhere on the Nevada desert, you find out. And we're going to meet Yisha, who is a real grumpy and a real sad. And in fact, this whole game, I seem to remember, I've not played it for probably about 10 years. This whole game is very, very kind of maudlin and a bit bleak, which, to be fair, really fits my mood for this time with the world the way it is. So I'm going to eat cake, I'm going to get lightly tipsy, and I'm going to play through this game and hope that it is not a lot worse than I remember. Because it was good, but it was always quite short, because it was sort of a bit like they were using up stuff from Uru and ideas for Uru and kind of trying to finish off the story. But let's hope it's not a lot worse than I remember. It is a true story, Paul Ponky. Yeah, you can actually go to the Nevada desert and find the cleft. And if you find your entrance to the cleft, you can go into the Dunny Caverns, and you can basically have a bit of a bumble around in the Dunny Caverns. Although you need to be a bit careful, because the Dunny Restoration Council, who are trying to fix it up, no longer exist. Alrighty. Uru was really weird, because all the characters in the game were actually the developers who were trying to make Uru, and it all kind of got really muddled up with the Uru mythos and the developer mythos. And it was just, again, a little bit sad. That's kind of why I like these games. They always have quite like a bleak, kind of almost haunted feel to them, because you're wandering around these ages that don't have many people in. Alright, let's just turn off my little storytime banner, and let's get going. We're no doubt about to have a little intro cutscene, so let's see how we go. Yeah, let's start again from the beginning. I just ran it once to make sure it was working, but I haven't solved any puzzles yet.
My journey has come to an end. I have lost my home, my books, my sons. I've lost my father, my grandmother, my dear wife, Catherine. And now I fear my only daughter is gone as well. And for what? For the slimmest hope that things could be put right. What began as my tedious life in the cleft, holding out hope for more, has returned to the same. I've gone to great lengths to watch the end be written, and now I find myself alone in a sandstorm in Tomana, waiting for a single grain of sand to fall. Dunny's future is like an hourglass. As the final grain slips through, I wait and I tremble, losing hope that the hourglass will be turned over once again. The age may just simply end, expended and lifeless. I have passed my cursed burden on to my cherished daughter, Yisha. She has either understood and embraced it, or the weight of it has crushed her. I fear it has been far too long. My hope has waned. If Yisha has failed, is anyone left who can understand? Oh, I Once again, I am useless. Today, I will put an end to my useless waiting and go on to a better place.
So as I say, it's not the most upbeat of games. It's pretty bleak. I will say, as someone who absolutely adores the Myst games and the Mythos and has played most of them to death, hearing all those names and places and voices, I'm just like, oh god, story. Yes, it is spelt D''Ni. Although I think you only really kind of officially knew that from Uru, because there was lots of books in Uru. Oh, I totally forgot about these. These lot. Yes, the Barrow, I think they're called. Right, let me just change to a more modern control scheme. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I think they're called. I think they're called the Barrow. They were revealed at the end of Uru to be the people who actually made the linking books work, or the creatures that made the linking books worked. Like, I think they construct the ages or something. Also, because this game is hilarious fan service, this is the Dunny Cavern where in Myst 1 you meet Atreus for the first time, and you can get stuck in here forever if you mess up the end of Myst 1. You also come and have a look at this in Uru. And look, you can tell it's the place from Myst 1 because they've got a locked Myst book here, which you're not allowed to go to. Yeah, R.I.P. Catherine. Also, I'm pretty sure the sons are dead by this point as well, and most of the Dunny are dead. And yeah, it's never actually explained how. Like, this clearly takes place over like decades. These 6 games. I think technically Uru is set after Myst 4 because it's in the modern day, or at least it's in the early 2000s. But it's never really explained how you as the stranger are in all of the games, or whether, you know, it's implied you're sort of children or grandchildren of the person who was in the original Myst. Oh. Okay. This is all done in their own engine as well. This is an upgraded engine from the one they used in Uru, from what I remember. But, oh man. These environments are giving me a real flashbacks. So we are in the Dunny Caverns somewhere deep under Nevada at the moment, I believe. Oh, I mean, that doesn't bode well, does it? And all of the Myst games are basically about civilizations destroyed by hubris and greed. Right? They're all about how these people who got godlike powers and could create worlds, arguably, there's debate about whether they actually created them. All the games are about how, like, that power might corrupt people and they might go just a little bit evil and a little bit kind of murderous and tortury. You know, massive shock. Right, so what did we just pick up? We just picked up a book. Oh, can I type in this? Oh, cool. Guess that's for taking notes. And we also have that thing. What's that thing? What is that thing? Is that just for taking pictures? Oh, okay, that's how we save, I guess. Ah! Oh, I meant not load, not take picture. Okay. So that's how we save, by putting a little photo in our book. Okay. We will be getting, I'm sure, a lot of books. Books were definitely a Myst staple. Oh! Oh, the Barrow are just hanging out everywhere. Hey, buddy. Oh, bye, buddy. So that noise they make when they vanish, that's the noise that you make when you use a linking book. So the whole thing is that the whole ability to link using the books is kind of built on those creatures because they can do it naturally. And somehow, something to do with based on the ink that they write with. And I'm not entirely sure, but I always got the impression they basically bled those creatures dry to steal their blood to make ink for their books. Because again, you're not really the good guys in this. Yeah, they're the Dunny Caverns. That bit over there with the spike was where a lot of Uru took place. That was the central hub, I seem to remember. I remember loving these bubbles that showed you the ages you could jump to. Yeah, and when you go inside, you get the sound effects from the different ages. I remember there was 2 ages in particular that I remember just thinking were unbelievably beautiful. So I hope we'll get to those today. There was a space age and a really cool one on a cliff. Maybe that one? Okay. So we can't do anything with these tablets yet. Let's click the big glowy thing. Ooh. Okay. That's clearly changed something, so let's go and have a look. Oh. Hello, Yisha.
So, friend, the tablet has responded to you.
She says friend like a Glaswegian, drunk on a Friday night.
Of course. If you're seeking my father, his time has passed. He won't be requiring your assistance. The book to his cursed island lays locked and gathering dust in his prison.
Yeah, we found it.
That book, along with his pain and his burden, have been passed to me. And now you will know it too. You will listen carefully. This is not to be taken lightly. The tablet has responded to you. It will be your burden. Choose wisely in the end, for there will be no second chance. Many have taken this tablet, and they tried not to let go. It is the power of the writing. It seduces all who try to hold it. I have held it, tasted its sweetness. But I can hold it no longer.
It can't be a Resident Evil game. We've not been attacked by a zombie dog
They have
yet.
served too long. Always serving. Ever watching. And now perhaps you will see how to release them.
I'd say
First,
I've not...
collect what's been scattered. And then the tablet will be released. Then you will hold it.
Story.
You will find in each age along the journey that there will be help. And there will be hindrance. You will start this journey where I started. Where my father Atris started. Where my great-grandmother Tiana started. You will end this journey here. When the tablet is released. When you return, the tablet will be yours. When the tablet is yours, do not give it to me. What you still don't understand, you have failed to hear or don't need to know.
Yeah, thanks, Isha. Well, that's true. I haven't played this for 18 years. There might still be an attack by zombie dogs, yeah. Thanks for joining us. The games historically do like diatribing at you. In Riven, most of the time you get diatribed at while you're in a cage, which always felt a bit harsh.
She was, I'm sure, not very hospitable.
Huh.
You're confused, no doubt. My name is Escher. It is my pleasure to meet you. She has given you the quest. Yes, quest. The quest to carry the four, the quest to release the tablet.
He was a famous actor from MASH.
More difficult than she anticipated. Many have taken the quest. And the tablet still has no master. I will tell you what she will not. I will help you, and she will not. But she and I agree on this point. Do not give her the tablet. She's lied to you already. Uttered words that bite her heart as they leave her lips. She wants the tablet.
It is indeed, yeah.
Anything.
David Odin Stiers. I couldn't remember the name.
What she can no longer feel, but once tasted. You must not. Whatever happens, give it to her. Oh, she is the desert bird that longs to fly. She has dreams of taking flight in her ambiguous world filled with vague clouds and shadowed air. Careful. She is a clever. I'm sorry. I'm overwhelming you. Look for the hole in the ground. That's where your journey begins. I will find you.
Yep, if there's one thing I remember, it's that he turns up a lot and has a chat at you. If you hadn't guessed already, by the way, he's clearly hilariously evil. As with most Myst games, they tend to start with this thing where they're like, oh, we're setting up that there's multiple endings, by the way, and one of them, we might hear a few more sirens today. What with what's going on locally. But yeah, most Myst games start with basically two people saying, like, by the way, there's going to be a good and a bad ending. Don't do the bad ending. His is definitely the bad ending. That's the dagger from Riven. Again, this game's going to be a lot of fan service, so if you've not played a lot of the Myst games, you're going to wonder why there's a whole bunch of weird stuff lying around. Because we are now in the Nevada desert, I believe. Right, down we go. How do we go down? There we go. Hey, buddies. Oh yeah, I also remember a lot of blinking eyes in the darkness. Right. Aha, another book to pick up. To be fair, in the older games, it all used to be FMVs with people in that would diatribe at you. And I say diatribes, I actually really like the whole feel of most Myst games. In this one, they made a big deal about how they kind of filmed actors' faces and mapped them to the models. I have to say, it looks...
Pages are my journey, my story, my path.
I don't remember the books talking to me.
Cover up, but to reveal. Sometimes in poems, sometimes in story, sometimes clear, sometimes vague, sometimes long, sometimes brief. But the release of these words is a soothing elixir to my burdened soul. The words must flow from me, or I will die. And in the end, these words are crumbs that spill along my path, and whoever eats these crumbs will know more of me.
Yeah, I always felt that Yisha came across as a bit of a, a capital A artist. You know what I mean? Just like, I'm a very important creative poet. So I think the faces look pretty good for a game from this era, because this was like 2003, 2004. And actually, like, compared to how most characters used to emote from that period, they look surprisingly alright. Oh. I just want to say hi to the Barrow, but they always warp away. Is this another one?
I'm finding where I am by understanding where I was. And everything I was is linked to the island of Myst.
Okay. We're just going to ignore Yisha, like, talking at us for a while, because I don't seem to remember those are actually that important for the story. They're kind of background that we don't need for now. Ah, that's some dunny numerals and some dunny text that I cannot remember how to translate, but I suspect at some point we will have to learn. Because in most Cyan Worlds game, you have to... Oh, there he is again.
I apologize for the goggles earlier, but my eyes are not accustomed to the sun in this age. I have taken this same journey, this same quest, and failed. I'm not proud of my failure. Yet, I think that what I learned will be useful in your quest. Your journey continues through that door.
So one of the big complaints at the time of this game was that the game wouldn't basically shut up and let you explore, which I do remember slightly annoying me as well. One of the things that the older Myst games were quite good at was just, you have an initial kind of introduction and then they shut up and you just wander around and find stuff yourself. Nope. Not reading that. Okay. It says UB40. It might say UB40. It depends if how you say it in base 25. There we go. I was expecting that whole door to open. Okay then. I'm getting that feeling because there's a gap in the thing that we've missed a book somewhere. So I'm just going to check down this end first. Oh, there we go. Ooh. Ooh, ah. Okay, well that made me jump. Ah, that's a linking book. Oh, so we can jump to that. Oh, well, okay. Let's just ignore Mr. Exposition and go a different direction.
Ah, the Rebo. An age for resting. Such a peaceful place. And the way to get to the first age. There. That profane thing and the other pedestals like it are not of the Fni. They are a regrettable part of this journey. The pedestal will allow you to link in a manner similar to the book that brought you here, but know this. They are perverted tools of the creatures. The creatures. You've seen them. Always watching.
Yeah, it's quite a lot of them, actually.
Calling to one another in the darkness. Loathsome. Wraiths. They are not as we are. Remember that. Touch the pedestal. It will bring you to the age of Tagira. I will find you there.
I'm sure you will. I do remember you not shutting up. The I have to say, I always remember that he was like hilariously and overtly evil. I'd forgotten just how like overtly racist he was as well. Like sort of, yeah, don't trust them. They're different, so clearly, despite the fact they're the people who power entire civilizations, they're evil somehow. Right, let's jump back to where we were because I feel I've accidentally gone the wrong way. I want to see what's more in here. There was more buttons to press. There was another book round here, so we'll pick that up even though we're going to ignore it for now. Oh!
Oh! How could this be? On their backs, this fallen empire was built. What hypocrisy. Such abuse of power. I think they even deluded themselves into believing their own lies. It pains me to the point of ill. It makes me pleased that they are dead. What hate is in me.
Which bit do you think that's similar to In Control? I do love that there's a lot of guidance out there about how to make video games, and as you say, a lot of it's talking about how bad the original Myst was, and you're like, yeah, it was quite popular and influential though. And actually, playing as I have over the last couple of years, going back and playing through the whole Myst series, like actually some of the earlier ones, the way they tell their story and stuff is genuinely, I really, really enjoy. Because it's so much, it's so good at show not tell, which is clearly this one not so good at. As he turns up to tell us some more.
Regaro, Tigua. The great shaft. Amazing, is it not? Built by those from beneath, my people. I am Dakhni. It was this shaft that permitted the great-grandmother of Yisha to find our deep city. Rather than bore you with tedious details, you need only know this. She killed us all, and the great Dakhni city lies lifeless and ruined. There is a room at the end of this first elevator. A small room with a Dakhni rest age book for the Dakhni who would have traveled this path. The book will link you to Direbo. I will come to you there.
I'm sure you will. Yeah, well, that's the thing. The old games used to be a lot more, here's a book, you can read it or ignore it. This one is very, very chatty. I think, partly because I imagine they paid quite a lot of money for him. I mean, I'd love to jump, but there is no jump button. Also, I do remember that this is at the end of Uru, and you can just run down there for ages. So, let's take the elevator. Wait. Elevator? Oh. Was I not supposed to be taking that? Oh. Oh. Okay, probably supposed to be taking that. Ah, so yes. Thank you. I could not remember his name. I have a huge soft spot for Myst V because it was the first one I ever played, and I really, really love it. That and Uru are kind of my favourites, but for different reasons, because I actually think Uru had some of the best puzzles in the whole series. So part of the reason I liked Myst V was because this is all stuff from Uru that you get to explore a bit more, and it was all very exciting. Plus, they always spent quite a lot of money on just doing really nice music for these games. Oh, Antony, where you were travelling through time and you had to figure out how the time travelling system worked, is just genuinely my favourite puzzle in any game ever. Because it's this huge age-wide puzzle. And I remember thinking... wait, this is the same room that we walked into before. What? Interesting. Yeah, they had this whole thing where I remember you walk into it and you go, wait, that looks really, really fake. Like... that looks like a backdrop someone's just like painted, and then the big twist in the age is it absolutely is just a backdrop that somebody's painted. So they were kind of using how the graphics looked at the times to hide a thing, and then you realise it is just like a poster board that's painted, and then you figure out that the entire age is a big fake, and you have to then figure out how to use it, and it's just like, oh, it's so good. Okay. I was having really hazy memories. I'm pretty sure these are from Uru. That you got a bracelet and you put it in there and it could do stuff. But man, it's been a long time since I've played through Uru. Oh, there's another book that we are resolutely ignoring. It's weird that they had two ways that you can just ignore this whole route. I don't know why they have this room but upstairs with the book. Odd. I do remember this game being surprisingly easy for a Myst game. Okay, oh yeah, let's remember to open these bridges, because this is a little hub world that we can wander between later on, I think. To be fair, this colour scheme makes me think this is on one of Kadesh's worlds, because he really loved purple. Alrighty. Into the bubble, I guess. And into Myst V's most contentious feature. The fact they added a tablet you could write on, and it was an integral part of half the puzzles. So let's grab the tablet, because we will need that. Oh. I did not think it would let me link with the tablet back here. Oh, you totally can. Okay. I wonder if that's going to be important later. The joys of having this installed on an SSD. I remember that linking taking a lot longer. Wait. I don't remember starting in this age. Have I messed up the ordering? I mean, I'm happy because this is one of my favourite ages from Myst V, because it's, I mean, look at it. I absolutely dig me spacey telescopy ages. I thought we started on an ice age. So tempting. I'm pretty sure Uru is the only one that you can jump off a cliff. And they gave you a little book, so every time you jumped off a cliff you didn't technically die, so it was fine. I am very confused. Yeah, we are. We're on a different island to the one the other book took us to. Interesting. Interesting. So I guess this is saying that we can do the ages in whatever order we like. I am going to go... Oh, let me put this back. Put the tablet back. Thank you. You know what? No, stuff it. I like the space age. We'll do the space age. That's interesting. I don't remember... I guess we might have to go back up and actually do that other age at some point that we've apparently just bumbled past. Oh yeah, I love abduction, but oh man, the load times are horrific, and also the fact that it sort of loads halfway down a corridor when you're going to a tree every time made me think the game had crashed because it didn't even have a load spinner when it came out. Oh man, I'm getting happy flashbacks about this age. I mean, Cyan Worlds, they are good at making worlds. Hilariously evil lighting.
Todelmer, built to study the heavens, and glorious heavens you will find here. I'm only sad we were never allowed to finish. I've told you some of the story. Yesha's great-grandmother, Tiarna, came to us desperate for control, convincing our people to betray rules we had held for generations. And we died. Yesha claims such death, as painful as it was, had to be done. A plan of the Maker, and that she will rebuild.
I mean, and because you're all hilariously evil Nazis.
I will tell you, such delusive wisdom comes from vague feelings and daydreams, and the tablet you will have is far too powerful for such wisdom. Todelmer, enjoy the beauty of the heavens while you consider the power that can control them. Much to learn. First, the stone slate. Pick it up from the pedestal and take it with you. But know this about the slates. They too are abominations, made by the Bahro creatures' abuse of the art of writing. Still, they carry great power. You will find that you can write on the slates anything you wish. There are some elementary symbols the creatures understand. At least in this way you can use the Bahro hindrance for your good. They will take it if you drop it. They will obey it if you order them. They will return it in time. As you learn, you will have more control.
I have to say, this room is very control lighting. Yeah, yeah. I think sometimes in the Myst games they have this nice balance between, shall we say, more grey ethics occasionally. I mean, not in the first one, it was just, hey, do you want to side with the people who are literally torturing people or not? But in this one, I'd forgotten quite how black and white it was with the whole, oh yeah, I am hilariously evil and I will absolutely be wanting that power to destroy an entire civilization, thank you. Okay. A bunch of dunny numerals, which I am going to assume we don't have to decipher just yet. So let's go out to where it's pretty and keep going up the stairs. So it still looks pretty good for a 2003 game. They were always good at their skyboxes though. That is a cracker. Okay, I guess we're not going that way. Because I don't have the ability to jump. There is absolutely no way to get past this very obviously passable obstacle. Is there another route I can go, or are you going? Are you insistent I go through that room? Looks like you're insistent I go through that room. Definitely feels like we go over there at some point because there's lights over there. So I guess the question is, how do we get over there? This has a bunch of gears and stuff, which normally means there is a thing to prod and poke and whatnot. Well, it doesn't look on at the moment, which I guess means we need to turn on the big machine. Or is there a way through the room? It definitely did grab us by the head and say, like, come in here. The obviously evil man is talking. Ah, hello. Ah, hello. What are you? How do we make you on? Okay. Let's see if we can light this up. Oh. That looks like that was right. Yeah, there hasn't really been a game, apart from, I guess, Abduction, since the Myst series, which was just understood, like, how fun it was just to kind of fiddle with big, massive devices like this. The Room games definitely scratch that itch a little bit, but I do just love kind of figuring out weird, alien, impossible devices. Which bits of these can be finagled? Okay, so there's 3 clickers there. This feels like where we should be looking up there. So I guess that's in the bottom right corner, that's in the bottom left corner, top right corner, top left corner. 4 of those, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. We have a big circle at the top, and that one's split in 2. Interesting. We've also got this flashy light. Does that go on or off? As we get closer, or flash faster when we get closer, maybe. Okay, so that goes from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2. Okay, so that goes from effectively 0 to 25 in that direction. I'd forgotten I can still read the numerals, and that also goes 1 to 25 in that direction as well, by the look of it. Okay. So I guess we should just try putting one of these numbers in and seeing if it does anything. So if we put this one to, let's say, 1, which is that number. Put the other one to, what's that, 24? It can't be 24, can it? It must be a lower number. Does that now give us anything if we then find anything on there? No. definitely feels like I need a bit more information. Oh. Do any of these, I guess the question is, can any of these see anything? Because that doesn't appear to be moving the view. Ooh. Nope. So, what's on this one? It's got a nebula. Click on the... Oh. This one's not letting me click any of those. Interesting. Okay, why can't I click any of those? I can't really see a number on them. That's basically one. So that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's just 1 to 7 down that side. And there's other symbols up that side. Is there anything round the back that would have given me a hint that I missed? Because I just wandered off pretty quickly. Doesn't look like it. The other thing with these games is sometimes it's easier to put on the single spot things, because it then tells you where you're supposed to be looking. What about you? Do you have anything on you? Oh, are we moving these things out here, perhaps? Ooh, maybe we have to move this thing and it will point to something. Can we move that thing? What would move that thing? There's a gear there. It's maybe that thing might move if we get these lined up right. Doesn't seem like that flashing is changing at all. Sort of hoping that might get faster or slower. It definitely feels like I'm missing something. Dead. Some hint about what the codes are would be nice. No, that seems to be the only place where that turns on. Where the machines are clearly flat shapes of transparency. I've not really noticed that, to be fair. Do you mean, Oh, yeah. I see what you mean, yeah, effectively using sprites for the machine work. That's true. So, we can write on the slate, but that's not going to help us. Oh. Oh, I didn't mean to drop the slate. Okay, so we have basically out and then rotation. The right one's rotation, and this one is distance out from the center point. Definitely feels like we should be able to see something through one of these that will give us a hint. We can't turn this on by the look of it any further than it is already on. The thing I'd forgotten is that when you left click and you're not clicking on a thing, it moves you forwards, because they had this weird obsession in this and Uru with forwards being like mapped to clicking. We can't turn that off. Ooh. Wait, hang on. Has that moved? That has moved. Interesting. That is in fact moving. Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay, so what happens if we try and put this to where that's going to point to in a second? That one, and then line across. Does that do anything if that kind of target pointer then gets to it? Because that's clearly tracking some kind of astral object. Interesting. Huh. Because I just remember that being at the bottom. Okay, so which one of these do we need to set to that? Well, the gears are slowly turning. Oh, that's cool. Doesn't seem to be directly linked to anything, so... Oh, this one's not flashing. Have I not moved you? No, that'll be why. Okay, so let's put them all to that one. Will you go back up to the top, or will you start moving back upwards again when you get to the bottom? Or will you just stay at the bottom looking sad for a bit? Let's put them all to that one. That one. See what happens. That one. And that one. Line across. Yeah, so I wonder if it bounces back up or if it scrolls right to the top. And that one, and then the line across one. I'm pretty sure it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Oh yeah, the gears have slowed down. gear slowed down? Oh, it seems to be oh, I see. So it will push that across and then they'll start to go back up again, I guess. The later Myst games and their enjoyment of real-time stuff, because they could do it now. Where's that zoom level? That might be zoom level. I think it is. I think it is. Right, okay, so we can zoom in on that screen. We obviously can't zoom in on this one because this one's broken. So I guess this one's not the important one because I assume we'd want to see something on that screen. You're going to start going up again now? What are you going to do? Come on, Gears, do something. It is going up again. So I guess we could have put them on these bottom ones. So let's try that really quickly. What's that pointy arrow to the left? Shh, have I gone past it? I must have gone past it. That must be one here. And no, I guess we've missed it already. Okay, so let's go back to where we were. Just to make sure we don't miss it. Whatever it might be. Let's go to maximum zoom. See if there's something that appears on any one of these monitors. Should be happening soonish. Anything that hoves into view. Oh, wait, you're on the wrong one. You are on the wrong one. That's not going to help. Okay. Not seeing anything on them yet. It's supposed to be that top one that's got a circle on, and we have to wait for it to get to the top. Because I'm not seeing anything on these screens for the in-between ones. Okay, well, let's try the top one then. That was downwards pointing arrow. Downwards pointing arrow, which will be that one. It was the 0, wasn't it? We don't have that exact 0. So 2 places that could go. Which feels a bit wrong. Ha. So, I guess these telescopes are pointing in places, right? Because this one's pointing over in that direction. Oh wait, that one's pointing over in that direction. There's a nebula-esque one which must be pointing up in that direction. Okay, you know what? I'm going to abandon ship and go back to the age that I think you're supposed to do first, just in case there's some weird tablety code thing we're supposed to know. And so I can have some time for my brain to process that. Should be able to put you on. Link back and go see a different, hopefully easier age to get my brain in gear. Guess go back up the lift shaft. Assuming we can go back up the lift, I'd imagine we must be able to, as it's still here. As they do the traditional and classic gaming thing of hiding a loading screen by using an elevator, which is, as we all know, a tradition as old as video games. You don't get the nice music when you go back up though. Okay. Yes, this one is saying 1. So I guess this is the one it expects you to go to first. That's odd, it lets you just jump to the other one. So I thought I'd opened all the gates. Oh, that's why I forgot to open the gate, so we would have had a shortcut. Oops. Well, let's go to this age. I think it's an ice one if my brain remembers correctly. Oh, and he's waiting for us. Hello.
I don't know why the creatures chose this place for the slates. Tagira. Cold, barren, desolate, it has been described. However, also purposeful. No doubt Yisha sees only evil here. This was a prison age. For those who committed monstrous crimes, they were sent to this place to live out their lives. Justice, not evil. Use the slate to free yourself. Huh? The burden you carry is heavy, but for that, you will be thankful.
The advantage of his monologues are you do have time to eat cake. The Myst series definitely also has a whole thing about prison ages. There was at least one prison age in Uru as well. So they seem to imprison quite a lot of their populace. Hey, it's looking like it's telling me to try and put the thing down on there. So, can I put it down exactly where it's marking it? There we go. I forgot they did that. If you drop it, they return it. kind of think they're cute, the Barrow. They just kind of seem to want to kind of help out and tidy up. Oh, that's right, you can't go up things like ladders when you're holding the thing. Yeah, this is definitely the tutorial age, which is teaching you about the slate. Oh, they put invisible walls around them so you can't get too close. Okay, so if we go up here, up we go. Okay, so that warps us back to where we were. Is that now lit up like a little teleporty point or anything? No. So, oh, there was a symbol on there, wasn't there? Ah, there's a symbol up there. So what happened? Oh no, don't drop the slate. I want to draw on the slate. Come here. How do we... How do we see kind of through the slate? I definitely could do that a second ago. So it's sort of a semicircle and a circle in the middle with lines coming out. I'm going to end up dropping this slate all the time, aren't I? Okay, so we want to do that sort of thing and that sort of thing. I genuinely can't remember if it happens immediately or if we have to drop the thing. Let's try dropping the thing, see what happens. Oh. That's done something. Because they did a bit of a scream. Not sure if it's anything useful though. Let's go see what happens if we go up here. Oh, that's another symbol on the slate. So maybe if we write that symbol, it will move it over here. Let's go back over to the start and go get like that anchory thing. See what happens if we draw that. Alright, that's... Oh, okay, so it's remembered that symbol. So clearly we got that one right. So what happens if we do that symbol? Oh, they've not taken it back there. Maybe they've taken it. They have. Hooray. Okay. So we can draw... we can draw symbols to get them to take it back to different points. Great. Yeah, as I say, this is the age I remember as being the first age, the Icy Age. And I remember a geothermic puzzle, which I guess is what these bamboo pipes are all about. There are areas that are warm. have to put this down before we do anything. So let's just see if there's anywhere that we are supposed to put this. If there's like a pedestal to put this down. Yeah, there is. A bit like that. And then up, and then ziggy, and then ziggy, and then ziggy. Let's see if that's in any way good enough. I do remember it being slightly finicky, like finicky with the drawings sometimes. Oh no, that's close enough. Thanks, buddy. Okay, so where do all these pipes go to? It is a, universal law in puzzle games. If there's an important looking pipe, you should always follow it. That's obviously a thing that will come out when we've got enough things. Which will lead us into another puzzle over here. Okay. Okay, well let's start with the left-hand pipe and follow that back. See what we're supposed to be doing with that. Because it looks like we probably just have to turn all of these on. We can't follow the left-hand pipe because it goes up there. So I guess up these stairs. There we go. And there's one here. So is that on? Potentially. So where's this one? That one goes up there. Oh.
I was not so sure of you, and yet you have done well. But do not be proud. You think you understand what you see? You may be wrong. For example, this appears to be ice, but there is more. Like the prisoners, there is life here that seeks heat, unseen life, in the water. There is no longer heat in this place, but you can make them bring it.
Okay, Mr. Cryptic. Let's turn that one back. Okay, and then the other pipe comes from there and goes up to this one. Where do the other pipes go then? They don't seem to be necessarily doing anything just yet, so let's go and check out the other route.
Do you not marvel at what the prisoners were able to do here with so little? Structures, food, life. As Duckney built, so they did here. Nothing. None of it matters now. The future is all we have. Justice is at hand. We will build again.
Okay, buddy. Right. Okay, what's in here? That looks like something I should be using my book to take a photo of. Excellent. Thank you, book. Okay. So it's implying we need to get them to bring the heat back. There's another of these over here. That also leads into the same. Okay, so that leads into the same bit over there. So we obviously need to bring the heat back. It does seem like there was that sun-esque symbol. I wonder if we get them to do that. That will help. So we grab the tablet and... because I seem to remember the whole point about the Baharo was they could do things like mess with the weather and time and all this sort of very powerful stuff, which was part of the reason they were all very keen to understand how they ran, how they worked, because they were wanting to use the power. Did that... oh, it did do stuff. There is steam coming out of some of them. No. Oh. But not this one, because I haven't turned the switch. Aha! Okay, so they have brought the heat back, so we can now turn all of these on. There's little steam puffs coming out of the pipes to show we've got them on. That's perfect. So there's probably just one over here we need to turn on. Have we done that one? Done that one. Aha! Okay, so they've popped out. Have you popped out over here as well? Yeah. Red ones and blue ones. And we had a thing in the book about that. Oh, there's a time limit on it. Interesting. Okay, so these are the red ones over here. These ones are the blue ones over here. So I guess we have to figure out a route through this pipe. You missed me getting horrifically stuck in the space age, so I've come back to do the first tutorial aid that teaches you how the tablet works. And we have discovered that the creatures... Where did you take the tablet? We've discovered that the creatures can control the weather itself. So that's nice. Oh, those light up so we can go back, okay. And we're now in an ice age, and we can ask the creatures to bring the heat back. Which is fun. They're the same creatures that we met at the start. They're all over the Dunny caverns. The Bahro. Who are the creatures who... well, you'll see them in a second because I'm about to come ask them to bring the heat back. They listen to what's on the tablet and they'll do stuff. Depending on what we draw on the tablet, and we have to learn the symbols that they understand. So, if I bring the tablet out, and we have the sun heat symbol, put that down, we back away, they'll read the tablet, and they'll make heat appear. Thanks, buddy. And then we pick up the tablet before they come and take it away. So now all of these steam vents have steam coming out of them. Oh, okay, so this will form some form of bridge. So now we want that one over there. Ah, that looks good. And then we'll turn, let's try turning this one left. That's good. And then, oh, let's try this one right, maybe. Yep, okay, cool. So that was the life he was talking about in the water, seeking heat. We can bring it to the surface, which will then form us a little bridge. Probably want that one to go left, actually. We absolutely don't want that one to go left, actually. Let's do that one right. That one left. And then we've run out of time, so we need to call them again. But that looked about right. So let's get the heat back. So we figured out one thing about the observatory planet, which was that there was something being tracked with all those numerals on the wall. I didn't figure out what to do with those numerals yet. However, oh no, because we've not got this bit. So you need to go left, I think. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Then we've got a pathway across this frozen bit of water that we weren't allowed to cross. Puzzles! And a bit more exposition.
These are their tombs. And as they died here, so did all of Duchni. Guilty here, but my Duchni was innocent. May we rebuild structures, not leave tombs. Make them bring you to the keep, for it will run from you.
I mean, he keeps protesting his innocence, but most of the people you meet from the Dunny did have a nasty habit of enslaving any population that they came across. Okay. These pedestals, by the way, allow us to basically transport around, but also transport the tablet around, because we can't hold the tablet while we're going up ladders and doing things. So these cute little buddies will take it back to whatever pedestal we write the symbol of. So we have to learn the symbol. Then it also allows us to teleport to these as kind of waypoints. If we go back to the central one, it will show us the different symbols with the different pedestals we can then walk to in the world. I remember the ice one being very, very short. I think we've basically completed it already. So we've got one last symbol, which is the one over there. So we'll clear that. And what was it? It was rectangle up there. Rectangle down there. And then it was also got join and see how generous it's feeling with my drawing. Do you understand that symbol, buddy? No. No, they don't. Yeah, so it's two rectangles and then that bit at the bottom. So, I guess what I drew, but better. I kind of like that they were clever with how they used this. So rather than it being, oh, the game didn't understand my symbol, how rubbish is this, like, symbol recognition, it's, oh, that creature that's supposed to understand the symbols couldn't understand my drawing. Sorry, I'll try and draw it better. It's obviously something that I'm not doing right with it. No, don't. Oh, God. Don't drop the tablet off a cliff. That's not going to end well. Oh, they're quite, maybe I'm not doing them thick enough because they seem to be quite... Ow. I do remember this, getting frustrated with the tablet at the time about accidentally dropping it all the time. That is definitely part of my memory. And that, and that, and that. Is that better? Oh, you're looking less confused. Hooray! Okay, so that now means we should be able to teleport back to the start. Yeah, and then we have the end. The end point there we can go to.
Well,
Ooh.
yeah. You have found the keep, the destination for the slates. You've seen this pedestal already in Greer, where you started, and you'll see it again. It is in many places at once. Touch the slate to finish your task. Only you can make them solid. 3 remain. Return to the tunnels, the path that leads to Duchny, and you will find another book. Well done.
Yeah, we've already found that other book, and we got absolutely baffled. Touch that, that becomes solid, and then it helps unlock that final MacGuffin that we're wanting to get. But thankfully, because we've unlocked... Oh no. Because we've unlocked the bridge, we don't have to go through the tunnels again. We can do a little sneaky. That's good. That's all of that age unlocked, if we want to go back there. And if I want to go hunt for the Yisha books another time. For now, though, we can just hop across here. And I guess we're going back to the observatory age. In the hope that something has shaken loose in my brain. I think that's kind of the slight issue with with Myst V, is the first age you get to, that Ice Age, it's only really got kind of one major puzzle, so a lot of the ages felt quite small in comparison to older games. Which I kind of get, there's a lot more work in doing it all 3D and whatnot, but I mean, that was part of the reason people were a bit, like, disappointed in it. I'm being distracted by that observatory flashing. That must be one of the telescopes we can control from in the room just up here. Oh yeah, that's one, and there's the other 2. Is there a third one, a 4th one pointing somewhere, I guess? Oh, that'll be that one, which is broken. Oh yes, its cable's broken, so that's why its screen's not working. Oh no, there is one over there as well. That might be the first. Oh, that's the first one we saw back around the edge, at the other side. Oh yeah, that's Oh, that's all the cables that are supposed to go out to that one that have been broken, blocking our pathway. Okay. So I guess let's look out for Baharo symbols as well to see if we can find anything to draw for them. And we are back here to try and figure out what's supposed to be going on in this area. So we've turned it on. We've got that tracker moving. We know that these are now zoom levels for the different telescopes. Those ones, this one's broken. You know, I guess we can line it up the same as all the others. Ooh. Are they moving at all? Oh. Hello. That looks like a clue I hadn't noticed. Cross and that's what that's 6 and 5. That seems to be telling us a specific. This one. Okay, so let's put you to cross and you to. Was it that one or was it straight down? Horizontal or vertical? I didn't pay enough attention. Vertical. Okay. How has that helped us? So that looks like it's the correct one. Are there... those written for all of them somewhere? Is it just that one that's then supposed to give us a nudge in the right direction? Now I'm just going around and looking at all the walls. But there you are, Pop Hoggy. We're back to the age that you remember. Still being baffled. So those are definitely coming in. So that's the one that's looking at the edge of the planet. Okay, I can't see any more of the glowing writing. So does this mean this is the one that's looking at the edge of the planet over here? Yeah. Okay, so that one is probably that telescope there. Ooh, and it does look like there's a cable car over to that side or something. So it makes me wonder if we now, just out of interest, grab this and like yoink it that way. Does that move the one outside? No, it doesn't seem to. So the question then is, why do we care about this? What's this trying to give us? It doesn't seem to link to any of the ones up there. Just make sure I have got the right one. So it's the bottom right corner cutout. And a cross and a vertical line. Feels like we should be able to get up to there as well. Definitely a stairway or something that it looks like we can drop. Is there any other hints about what the other numbers might be written? Oh no, we probably have to get up and past that obstruction, which we can't do. So I wonder if we just turn this off for a second. Is there any glowing text in here that we can't see when the stuff's on? Or only shows under red light or something? It feels like the sorts of tricksy things they might do. I can see. I can see. So yeah, you're still on. Okay. Let's get the power back on. Again, this deep sensation that I'm missing something important. Well, because I probably am missing something important. If I wasn't missing something important, I'd know the solution to the puzzle already. Or at least I'd have an inkling about where to go with it. Nothing obviously written on the planet, which is always a good thing to check. It definitely feels like we have to get over there. I'm guessing now we know how the teleporting around the pedestals works. Makes me think that we're supposed to see something over there somehow. It will then let us find a symbol for the pedestal. With the magic teleporting critters being able to magically teleport us somewhere useful. I haven't seen any symbols. Well, I've not seen any tablet symbols. Obviously, there's lots of other symbols around. But that seems to be set in the right place for what that's telling us outside. And yet, it's not very helpful. Feels like perhaps at some point in time there's going to be something that appears in this monitor. I haven't seen anything really moving in the sky apart from the occasional shooting star. So I wonder if there is something that comes around, which is what that's telling us about. I am a little baffled. I am trying to think now what would be the next step I should do. Where would I look next? If you have any suggestions, please feel free to please feel free to suggest them. So what do these? How do they? These must be changing something. And okay, so this one's different. Normally having something that's different like this is where you start, right? So, let's see, I can't press these buttons. I'm trying to figure out what moving these dials actually does. Okay, so let's start with that one because we know where that we think we know this. That's this one. So if I then, for example, like tell it to go look sort of downwards, does that in fact move that position? No, not obviously. And that one's pointing straight up and out. That one's coming, that's these cables coming in here, coming down here, probably going to this one. So, let's say you're now going all the way over there. Does that make a difference? No, not obviously. And the thing that's blocking our route seems to be the cables from this one over here. Yeah, so they've broken and fallen in here. We know which one that is. We know which one that is because that's the one which the screen's out. So how on earth can we move the cables? So if we set that to 0, 0, like at its maximum extent, so does that move the cables? No. Let's try putting it its other maximum extent then. that way, and that way. You'd get very fit very quickly in this age, running around up and down. It doesn't seem to be changing anything. Ooh. So it's obviously telling us a specific location for one of them. Is it that one? It can't be that one. I don't think it's that one, but let's write them down. Oh, hang on. I am having a thought. We saw a pair of dunny numerals on a wall back in the cavern. So if we're assuming that these all have to be set to a very specific location, because we've got those two numerals there. I broke my one rule and I didn't write down the random stuff on my notepad. You should always write down the random numbers you see in these games. So they were before the elevator, so we want to go to this one. And let's go see what those numbers were. They were around here somewhere. Okay. I really should know better after playing these types of games. That when there's just random stuff written down, it's probably going to be important. Right. So let's go and try those numbers. Being okay, bye bats. Being thankful that it loads nice and quick now. Thanks to SSDs. Okay. So we had which one of these did we have? We had that one and that one. He says missing it. That one. So has that now moved the cables out of the way? No. I thought those were the right numbers. Something else I have to do with that. They don't seem to be moving the telescopes like I'd expect. I feel like I might be going down. I've gone down a Oh, that's a button, not a light. Oh, that's a button, not a light. That definitely moved something. Oh. Okay, fantastic. Right. So. I didn't press the obvious big green flashy thing because I'm a dunce. Right. So let's write down that code just in case as well. Now we've learnt our lessons about writing down codes. And let's see what we see when we move this to the right place. Here's this one. We want that one to be the cross. And that one to be the vertical line, which will be 1. Oh, it does move. They move when you press the button. Pretty sure that one was moving. So what's that now pointed at? I'm quite certain that we should point that one. Okay, let's now move this one like a lot and let's see if we can go catch it moving. Yes, okay. So that does redirect. Does redirect these telescopes. Okay. Oh, annoyed at myself that I didn't try clicking the button. This is now taking us a back round above where we started with the bubble. Okay. New bits. I mean, hello. Okay, that looks like there's a new code in here. Perfect. So we'll write that down. So it looks like we're getting codes to align all these telescopes. For something or other. How do I... Ah, there we go. That's looking over in that direction. Now, where do we go? There was definitely something like a cable car or something that we were looking for. Oh man, this age is pretty though. Still love how this age looks. I do love spacey stuff. Okay. Oh yeah, this is where it's like the central hub where all the cables are coming back in for all the telescopes. So, we've got the other code that we can go put in. Ah, oh, hello. Ooh, what are you? Okay, so they're the symbols for the different telescopes. We have the symbol for those two now. This is where we are. This must be that cable car over to this area. Or at least there's some connection over to there via that intermediary kind of pillar. Because I think all these little circles are the pillars coming out of the lower ground. One of these must be the broken ones. So I guess if this is where we are, and that's kind of land, we maybe want to get over there. And then there appears to be a potential line of sight, or something between these two. Because these are very definitely in the way between these two ones. Interesting. Oh, here, just in case. Take a cheeky save photo. Anything else we can do in here? I was about to say, like the classic Myst thing of hiding elevator buttons behind doors. Yep. I remember getting very stuck on that replaying Riven and having to close a door to find buttons behind doors. That happens quite a lot. Okay. And now we're in the top area of this room. Okay. Man, I remember what this age looks like. I do not remember the puzzles at all. Ah! This is the cable car-y thing. Right, okay, before we do that, let's go and type in the directions of the two telescopes we have. Because I imagine otherwise that we're going to have to come back here and do it. Tell you what, if this was real life, I would not be happy on those metal stairs peeking out over that void. I would be very, very unhappy, in fact. Okay, so that one is cross and vertical line. The other one we know is this one. It should be... that one. And that one. Press the button to move the thing. That one's now pointing in that direction. So yeah, that's the green route across there with the cable car. So yeah, these are showing, the circles are showing those little pillars of rock between them. The amount of lifts they like making in Myst games. They really do want you to get your cardio. Okay, and then back in, top of the observatory, jump off, and we'll go back round. Guess that way and then do that? Ooh, okay. So is this not a cable car-y thing? So if I do that and I pull that, so that's definitely doing something. Like something up there definitely just changed or moved or something. So let's go see if there's any noticeable difference up here. So where would it have, which direction were we facing when we were down there? It's over this side. Oh, okay. So it's probably doing something with this wheel. What are we doing with this wheel, and why do we care about doing something with this wheel? Was it... Oh, there's another... Oh, there's another island over there. Was it blocking this telescope, maybe, from seeing something? Yeah, so let's zoom out. And then... Oh, it might have been, you know. Oh, yes, there's a panel over there. Which I bet you was blocked previously. Yeah, okay. So that is our first pedestal we've now seen in this age. Yeah, so I bet because of the way that wheel looks that let me go. Before we span that, one of the spokes would have been blocking that view. Okay, so we've got a circle up there, a circle down there, a circle over here, ish, and a circle over here. And let's see if our magical, all-powerful buddies can understand that symbol. Well, hopefully that means they've taken our slate over there. It does. Okay. Okay. So just out of curiosity, I want to make sure that is doing what I think it's doing. So if I move that over there, pull that. Wait, why is there a button here? What do you do? Oh! No, come backstairs, I need you. Okay. Okay. Now if we look at where that wheel is over here. No, it's not doing what I thought it was doing. Huh. Now what is that changing? If it isn't that. Okay. Well, let's go and teleport to that new platform anyway. See what we can see over there, because I saw another telescope over there. So we know from the Ice Age that if we go back to the central bubble, it should now have a little symbol on it that we can use to teleport to the new pedestal. The central bubble is back around here. Bloop. So there we go, that's our new symbol. So we can now teleport across that pedestal. Thanks, all-powerful creature buddies. Okay. Oh. Yeah, look. The way we've arranged these. There's now a hole through them. Which I bet, again, we can look at through here. Yes, we needed those two codes to perfectly line up this this gap. which will show us another of those symbols we can then warp to. Ah, clever. Very telescopy age. Okay. So clear that. We do a big circle. A thingy out there. That looks like that's too big a circle. A bigger circle, a thingy out in that direction, a smaller circle, and a line down. That's a terrible drawing. I hope you can understand it. If I can get far enough away for you to pick it up. There it is. Oh, really? Did you understand that? I thought that was an awful drawing. Alright, perfect. Thanks. So we can then jump back. And go to our new one. Okay. So this looks like the other side of where our cable car would have been. Not that we found a cable car yet, but let's see if we can activate it from this side. Ah, yes, it is on this side. And we'll drop you for a second, because we have another telescope to look through. Although I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be pointing this at yet. That's where we came from. That's the broken telescope. Alright, we'll come back to you. So we can't go down there yet. How many symbols are there in this age? Okay, so there's two more symbols. The one on the left, I think, is like, looks to be an age-specific kind of superpower-y one that we've not found yet. The other three seem to be the pedestals in the age, if they all follow the same pattern as the Ice Age. So can we go inside in here? Oh, it'd been a while.
Your destination is not here, but above. The stars and planets must be aligned. And regrettably, it is only the perverted power of the creatures that can do it. Make them.
Well, that's our, occasional dose of threatening toxic masculinity turning up to tell us what to do. Oh, you're not letting me in. Let me in. If you're not going to let me in, how do I get to where the cable car is? It does seem like there's something I'm supposed to be being. Oh, there's a ladder on here. Yeah, drop the thingy. Yep, down we go. Okay, so we can get in here. Oh, that's them picking up the tablet. Thanks, buddy. And yeah, maybe not go that way. Guess we turn the power on in this station as well. Okay. Maybe maybe that will then let us open the door up here. That will let us lower the stairs like we saw in the other place. Oh, hello. Interesting. That gives us our... I guess that's our age-specific symbol. Oh, that was the wrong button. Oh, no, I want stairs down and door open. This now lets us go get the tablet and draw that new specific symbol. Sounds like it's going to be incredibly powerful, like it's going to move the stars and align the planets, which, yeah, it's quite a lot of power if they have that. There was one low down and there was one high up. Yeah, let's pretend that's the same thing I've drawn. Do you understand that symbol, buddy? Yeah, so they're... yeah. They appear to be moving the stars. Or speeding up time, maybe. Oh yeah, speeding up time by the look of it. Interesting. So what do we do with that? He said that our target's above somewhere. So I guess we have to go to sort of an orbital station. And I said before that we were waiting for something to come into view in one of the telescopes. This would let it happen, wouldn't it? Oh yeah, the spot on the planet's moving, and the spot on the planet's moving, and its rings are tilting. Well, that's very cool. I don't quite know where I'm supposed to be going just yet. I'd guess that... oh. Okay, effect over. I'd guess that... you can probably see something through one of these telescopes now. So, guess we want to get back over there. Which I guess we might as well do via this thing now we've got it. See if we can see anything across on the way. Open? Okay. I guess. There we go. And there's the symbol that we saw, the set of symbols we saw through the telescope in order to align them so we can teleport across there. Man, I love the fact we had to align those to then see through gaps in them to get to the next location. That is very cool. Oh. Okay, so that looks like that's an alignment of one of the other telescopes. So that's, I would guess, maybe the one we're supposed to be looking through? That's the one that's looking at the planet, perhaps. I'm going to take down that symbol as well, just in case. That that's one of those magic symbols we're supposed to have. Although I think we've only got one more symbol to find, and that's the final... That's where the keep is, as he called it in the Ice Age. Okay, so can we keep going that way? There we go. Yeah, because in the Ice Age, when we tried to approach the keep on foot, it physically moved away from us. So I'm guessing... Thank you. I'm guessing that it's a distance away. We have to see the symbol through a telescope so we can teleport straight there. As this age seems to have been about looking at things through telescopes to kind of teleport around. I just noticed that those two symbols were both under where the cable car lives. Those two kind of telescope coordinates. Okay. So... yeah, one of these telescopes definitely looked at the edge of the planet. We've now moved where the rings are. So I wonder if that means we can now see something through it. So we've not actually yet seen anything useful through any of the big telescopes. We've only moved them out of the way so we can see things through little telescopes. So yeah, this is the symbol that we saw, or this is the correct telescope for the symbols we saw. So we need to do... no, that's just 4, isn't it? Yeah, that's 4 and 5. Press the button so we change our view. Because we can't see anything in there yet. We said we had to align... We had to align the planets, and we know that the other ones, we can move it. Move the skies thanks to our buddies the Bahro. So I guess let's go get the tablet and do the age-specific symbol again. See if that moves the rings or something to a helpful place. They will have probably put it back here because I didn't give them a symbol. Yeah. So let's go and have a look-see. Yeah, okay, so the age-specific symbol seems to always go in the bottom left, and that appears to do big, important things. In the Ice Age, it turned to basically heated up the planet again, and in this age, it seems to speed up time. So we can align the stars and the planets. Which is a pretty powerful ability those slightly cute critters have. Okay, so... Let's redraw this symbol. Let's drop it on the ground. You'd be so kind, buddy. Man, that's a cool effect. So I get... Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's... Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, so that circle is probably where the planet is. Or maybe where a full moon is or something? So that's some form of calendar going on there. Oh, that ring's coming into sight. Maybe. Oh man, that machine is very cool. Now I think I vaguely understand what's going on with it. Yeah, those are weeks, aren't they? 7 days. Or 8 days, I guess. Including the 0th. Oh! Oh yeah, look. So now we've done that twice. There's something on the edge of the ring. When we zoom in, that's the keep that we can see through the telescope. With our final symbol to teleport there. Man, that's cool. Before we teleport there, I just want to go and have a look at the final state of the big planet. Very cool. Yeah, I remember really thinking this age was very clever and very cool. But I do like space stuff, so... Oh, so the single line was kind of week 1 and then week 2 and then week 3. I'm gonna... Now I know the symbol, I'm gonna get them to do the thing again. Just because I want to see that thing working again. Thank you, please. Do your incredible, like, unbelievable power. Thanks. Yeah, so it's blank 1, 2, 3, which is obviously showing kind of the week or something like that in there. Very cool. Very cool. And that's now out of alignment because that's changed. Okay. So all this is going on. Let's draw that final symbol, which was a big... Oh, try again. A big circle, a little orbital planet, and then a center circle in the middle. Which I guess that's probably... That makes sense? Do you not understand the symbol? Yeah, it's the face if you don't understand the symbol, isn't it? I don't think that had the line through it, so we have big circle with the orbital planet. I guess, to be fair, that might be where we're going. On the rings of the central planet. The Saturn-like planet. Is that any better? You happy with that? We're happy with that symbol, aren't we? Lovely. Yeah, I would... For realsies, I would not be doing good with this planet with all these heights and lack of guardrails. I would be a very unhappy boy. Even though I love the views. Okay. There only seems to be 2 of the pedestals in this age. I don't know if we've missed a pedestal, maybe.
Do you begin to understand the power of the tablet? Surely it begins to pull you. Its strength grips you. Look around. Without the power of the tablet, this would be left solely to your dreams. Now, imagine how the power calls her. She has tasted it already. She has the ability to use it beyond all others. And she tells you not to give it to her because she wants it so. She destroyed the Dukhni once. And she will complete our destruction if you give her the tablet. Listen carefully. The quest is half complete, and the decision nears. You have seen much of what the Dukhni once were, and what they were able to build. Do you see what we might create yet again? The city, the ages. Do you see it? Go. Bring us closer.
Classic Myst. Unimaginable, uncontrollable power, and everybody telling you to give it to somebody. Which, you know, historically I don't think is a great idea. Up. Where have we arrived? Oh yeah. Oh, that's very cool. So we are actually in the ring of the Saturn-like planet. Oh, I just... Myst games, when they're like this, when they're just taking you to absolutely ridiculous, impossible, fantastical worlds, are just the best. Just, dig them so much. Okay, where is the... Oh, it's down there. It's not up here. Oops. But, you know, let's take one for the pre-gram. And down we go. And then we need to go down one more. That will finish up this age. Very cool. And I imagine we're about to get a bit of a lecture from Yisha as well, as we're now halfway through. We make the slate solid in this age. That'll pull it away from the tablet in there, and we've now got 2. Where's it going to take us back to? Oh. I guess go back in here and then figure out where to go into the next stage. Okay, so we're back in the cavern. I'm not sure where the path forward is from being back in here, to be fair. So we can't continue going down here because it's broken. It does look like we've got to keep going downwards. Looks like there's something down there. So let's call the elevator and see if we can go down again somehow. Oh, it's a different elevator. Yeah, so we've done that elevator. We can call this elevator and then keep going downwards. Down further into the caverns. Oh, I've just realised that symbol that we found for the third telescope, the Saturn-esque symbol, that was showing us the orientation that the planet needed to be in for us to be able to see and warp there. Hello, you.
Stand in awe. The surface is 3 miles above us. 3 miles. Our construction was triumphant and tragic. You will not be able to continue downward without providing fresh air to the tunnels. Raise this floor and power the fans. I trust you can discover how.
Okay. So I think we are probably at the stage where I'm going to pause for today soonish, as we've... Hey, buddy. As we've basically finished half of Myst V. I remember it not being a particularly long game, which was part of the common complaints. But you know, I guess these days there are different expectations on length of games as well. Another book. We're not going to read that for now. Well, that's clearly a timer of some sort. Okay. So I'm getting distracted by timers now. I have to press that one at the same time. Oh yes, probably. Oh, okay. Yeah, he really wasn't kidding when he said about raising the floor. That's a really nice touch with the rugs. But again, I can't imagine people making things like this, you know, with no guardrails, no, you know, beware of the crushing risk signs. Definitely feels like they're missing some level of important safety etiquette around some of their constructions. But I guess that's now let us go across here. There's another book. We'll save for another time. And a lever to turn on the fans. Yeah, and I guess we'd go down there for the final age. But I saw through here. That's through to next stage, which I'm going to go have a quick peek at once we've listened to Yisha have a bit of a wobble, mainly because I just want to see if it's one I really like.
I will make something more of me. I will rebuild what I am. Is there anyone who is master over me? Have I not become the grower? The grower. Yet all I grow is anger. Watching them call, watching them fail, waiting, watching. I am the grower. How could I wait much longer on such fools?
Yeah, we didn't talk about the whole like mythos of the grower in story time at the beginning, because there's a whole additional bit. The whole expansion for Uru, the Path of the Shell, was all about somebody lying and pretending to be this kind of mythical grower, kind of savior character, and building incredibly complicated ages to prove he was the grower and that he could travel in time, and he had all these powers that we're now seeing the Bachro use. And yeah, it was basically he was just a very rich man, and the end of that story was you find him dead in his vault, surrounded by all his riches, in a very unsubtle, like, yeah, didn't help. Oh, it is the age I thought it was. We're just going to go and have a look at this one, because this is my other age. The other age I really remember being really beautiful. One that I would absolutely enjoy going and just chilling out in. I mean, just listen to it. It's lovely. Best go listen to him, though, or we'll just get grumpy.
Welcome to my age. Noloben. When Dukni died, I fled here. From death to death. You will see the fingerprints of the creatures
You're not very good at skimming stones, buddy.
This was their home, and they did not welcome me. To survive, I was forced to learn. You will learn here as well. It is not like the other ages.
He really needs to learn how to say goodbye. Oh wow! Yeah, I really remember this. The looks of this age very, very strongly. This is one of those things that's definitely like seared into my brain. I mean, this is also the sort of place that I would absolutely just go and spend 2 weeks just sitting on a beach happily away from everybody. Like staring out to sea and being content. I do feel like there's a good reason why they didn't welcome the overtly evil guy to their fancy age. Right, that is I think is being sneaky, and we need to draw that upside down. Like, I can't understand why they wouldn't accept him when all he wants to do is use them for his own ends. I think that's right. Is that right? Oh, okay, so in this age they can control the weather. Amazing. Oh, and this is a rain catcher. I see. I mean, oh man. This age is so beautiful. This and the previous one in space were the two that really struck me and stayed with me from this game. There is a way to get up onto the top of the cliff. Once we found our way up there, that's probably where I'll end it for today, because I remember really being blown away by the grass up there. Okay, we can't go through this cave. Let's run round through the other cleft in the rock and see if we can get through that way. Oh. Hey, buddy. On for the Temple of Sneck fans there. Again, this was real life. I would take so many photos of these birds. So where's this taken us? This is taking us to the other side of the island. When I played this first off, I think I had to turn the graphics down because my computer was struggling. I don't remember all the kind of birds on the rocks. That's a very sort of like traditional puffin rock or guillemot rock sort of thing. Okay, so what's around this side? Can I go across the... Is this shallow enough for me to walk across over there? Aha! Can I boop this thing? No. So why can I come across here? Looks like I have to rotate something. Looks like a little rotatey door. Ah, yeah, I want to get up there. Where that viewpoint and that rock is. But I can't remember how you get up there. Probably going to be something really obvious, like there's a very clear ladder when you're in the right place. So I think maybe I've come through to this other side too soon. Can't really see anything else around here. Like a ladder or anything up. Yeah, I'd be terrible at solving puzzles in this age. I would just have a sit and enjoy the view rather than solve any puzzles. Okay. So that is the rain catching was happening. It seems to take us through basically to the other side of that blockage. So we know that code. Looking for obvious ladders. Oh, well, there's a rope there. Oh, this is obviously where he lived. Boats and shells and stuff. Can we climb up this rope? Can we pull the rope? Oh. Okay, well, we can probably climb up that. Yes, alright, when we drop the tablet game. Oh, wow. Yeah, I remember when I first played this grass absolutely blew me away. It was the first time I'd ever seen a game that had sort of like this much vegetation, and it was all like gently swaying. It's funny now because it's kind of such a common thing to see in games. Back then it genuinely did just like blow my mind. And here we have a little puzzle where we have to look through windows and figure stuff out. But that will wait for another day. For now, we are going to find a nice place to have a sit. We're going to look out onto this beautiful age and call it there for today. As I genuinely try and figure out which one I'd sit on for real. That's a nice view, but I think I'd want one where I could bird watch as well. Yeah, I reckon I'd probably sit on one of these. Nice view to the horizon, not getting blinded by the sun. Some birds on the rock. Lovely. Anyway, thank you very much for, if you have watched this far, watching me get completely and utterly baffled and lost in space. But yeah, I have to say, this is held up better than I was expecting. The ages are a little bit, I would say, kind of short on puzzles. The Ice Age in particular, as I remember, is just very, very kind of easy and short. And it feels like in the older Myst games, you'd have that as kind of a tutorial age, and then you'd still have, 4 or 5 other ages, which I think is where this one falls a bit short, is because the ages themselves are still, right, considering this was 2003, they still look really good. I didn't expect them to still look this good. I mean, yeah, you can see there's obviously, it's a bit dated in how the water looks, and in fact there's no vegetation on the distant islands and none of the birds move. But like, that view, looking back there, with the grass and everything, if you moved in a little bit, like, if I saw that in a fairly modern game, I would still think that looked pretty stunning. So, you know, kudos to Cyan Worlds for making a game that looked this good back in 2003. It's no wonder that I have such strong memories of some of the ages, because they still just look incredible. Yeah, definitely going to go and finish this off at some point. Maybe I'll do it on stream. I might do another one of these as a bonus stream during the week or something where we finish it off. But either way, yeah, I've enjoyed my my nostalgic Sunday stream. Hope you've enjoyed it a little bit too. And I will see you again, hopefully another day. Until then, take care.